Let me connect my mic. Okay. Okay, we're good? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to connect the mic, my bad. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Austin. Feeling much better. A little bit still congested here and there. For the past couple of days, I've been just taking it easy, obviously. A little bit of a mixture of a cocktail with amoxicillin and Mucinex. I still have a little bit of mucus buildup, nothing crazy. Nothing where I can't handle. I mean, I'm definitely a lot better. I went on the bike this morning, got a little workout in, hit a couple push-ups, felt good. But I mean, a week without doing anything, just really just staying in bed for the most part. It's good to get some rest, but at the end of the day, still, you got to move on. You can't just stay in bed forever either. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for the well wishes. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the morning note on a Tuesday. Yesterday was Labor Day. Hope everyone had a nice long weekend. Let's talk about the markets. Let's answer some questions, have some fun. So today, the Dow is down this morning, down 10. Last night with futures, they were open, I think, as high as around 50 points. Came back down a little bit. It's up down 8. Nasdaq is flat. S&P is flat. Russell's slightly green. Crude oil is down about 1.5% a barrel. The 10-year yield is about 1.372, so yields are up a little bit. The dollar index, 92.41, up 0.42%. The VIX is up a little bit, 5.6%. Gold is down about 1.21% as the dollar, 92.41, obviously, up 0.42%. Silver down 1.46%. The euro dollar is down about 21 pips, 118.50. 110.10 for the dollar yen, up about 26 pips. Ethereum is pulled back a little bit. Remember, we broke above 4,000. Now it's around 37.66. Bitcoin tapped as high as around 52,900. We came back down a little bit. Looks like it was a sell the news event with El Salvador making Bitcoin legal tender. Bitcoin is still up. So you can see that here. It's at 51,060. On the future side, yeah, just about right. I mean, I have Binance here showing me this is the 99-day moving average. I have to adjust the moving averages. I used to use TradingView, but it doesn't load. So far it's been holding that on the hourly. No big deal. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still holding. Nothing has really changed. My price target on Bitcoin still remains the same, 100,000. I even put a limit order to sell Bitcoin at 100,000, and I'll be happy with that. Ethereum, I do not have a limit order. I'm expecting 10,000 there. Okay, so that's where we are this morning, pre-market. Before we begin, make sure to click the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo. Click on that. Subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, like our videos, comment with your questions. We'll answer to the best of our abilities. Thank you again. Let's go ahead and talk some pre-market movers this morning. Here we are. If you're seeing here, this is fantasy football. I did a fantasy football league for our masterclass members. It was just 10 members. It was 9 slots open. Winner gets a gift card from me, an Amazon gift card. We do it every year. It's really fun. Again, not a big deal. It's on auto draft. The draft will be on about the players will be drafted about 2 hours. So pretty cool. It's auto draft. Again, I just want to see what everyone got. That's all. So no need to worry about that if you see the tab there. Let's go to the Dow and see what's moving. Apple is up 0.41%. Today is the announcement. Next week will be the unveiling of the new iPhones, new Apple Watches, and I believe the new Mac Minis. I'm not sure exactly, but you can check out Apple Hub on Instagram. They have all the details, but they're up 0.40%. If you're looking at Apple as a whole, you usually get a run up until the actual event. We have the 155 calls holding from last week or for today, so we should be able to get that this morning. But again, what I've noticed is that with the event of the iPhones, the iPhone 13 is expected, is to fade the event. So puts may be in play for Apple with the event next week. So just keep an eye on that. If you see some volume on that, that's the reason why. Visa's up 0.73%. We dip bought with our investment club, I believe last week with MasterCard and them taking a little bit of a hit. Microsoft is red. Procter & Gamble's up 0.38%. Travelers is up. Goldman Sachs is up. Again, the banks are starting to get a little bit of bids. because of what we have here in the yields. We had a freebie on JPM. Remember, we had two. We had one with a scalp and the other one was a swing. Didn't work out. Yields fell. But again, take a look at banks. Could be something there. Merck is down about 0.35%. On the S&P, again, Bank of America's up. Coca-Cola's up. Pretty much just, not much going on. Tyson Foods is down 0.42%. The Nasdaq, Match.com is up 9.32%. Nvidia slightly green. Tesla is up 1.15%. Baidu and the rest of the Chinese names, they're up pre-market. Last I checked, I believe Baba was up about 2.4%. I do own the stock. PDD is up 5% this morning. So again, the Chinese names are getting a little love this morning. Take a look at that. Let me go ahead and get out of here. And a couple things I have open. I have some Mara calls, the 45s. We were playing the Bitcoin swing for the weekend. We got as high as 45.20 and then a little bit of a fade overnight. Again, I still think the chart is nice. We're holding that 50-day moving average, so that's where I'm in. Again, I have the 155s on Apple. I have some NEO calls. NEO's up pre-market. I have the 41s. They should be in the money soon. And then I also have some space calls, which took a little bit of a hit with some bad headlines that came in with the FAA. Again, I'm willing to hold its red, but let's see what we get for the most part. It could get ugly, but again, we know how space does. A little headline here and there, and it just pops. So we'll see what's up. Okay, let's answer some questions. Let me get my glasses. Sorry, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Shoot, these glasses are really, really smudged. So bear with me a second. Let me just clean my glasses. Hey, Carlos, I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you. IWM chart, small cap September. All right. I like that. Small cap September. It's nice. Nice little ration. Let's take a look at it. Okay. Let's go ahead and open up this gear cell. Let me turn on the fan in my office because I'm hot here. Okay. We were taking IWM. So IWM here, again, we're still in a breakout level here on the hourly. We're still holding that 100-day moving average. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily, it's pretty much a sideways action since February for the most part, pretty much rangy. The level that you really want to break is 233. I'm not against looking at the 230 calls, possibly for next week, since we're already midweek. Oh, not midweek, but we already lost 1 day of trading. So I would take a look at a break of right around 228.55. If that does break, I would target the 230s for next week, if anything. If you're looking to push a risk, maybe you can go this week, but I think next week would be a little more prudent. Good morning. Could you take a look at Wix? I want to initiate a small position. Is currently a good price. Hope you Americans had a nice Labor Day. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Let's take a look at Wix. Wix is starting to carve out that little bottom there. Again, a little bit of a fall there. I actually use Wix as a business owner. There is a gap to fill right around 259.66. So I think that you should have the green light to go and buy some. Absolutely. Looking at its possible futures trades today. Yeah, let's take a look. I also have some Russell open. So again, I'm expecting a continuation to the upside to 23.66. But in terms of futures here, you can take a look at the daily on Nasdaq, daily on NQ. It's all at all-time highs. Very difficult to trade here. The only one I like here really is RTY for the futures. That's really it. I do like crude for a longer swing. I expect that to break 70.04, the 50-day moving average, and continue on to around 75 a barrel. But again, we just have to wait on that because nothing has broken yet. But I think Russell is the way to go with futures. What are your thoughts about Warren Buffett buying into T? Yeah, I did some unusual options activity on T. We had a ton on it. Let's take a look at it currently. Right now it's at 27.54. We had that pop. I was looking for continuation. Didn't get it. Let's see if we get some movement today. Nothing has really been announced that I've seen. But AT&T, for the most part, to invest in it. I used to invest in it. But again, they're cutting their dividend. I think Verizon is a better bet for telecom than AT&T, and I actually use AT&T. But I think Verizon is a better play. When it comes to pre-market and seeing how the overall economy is doing, what do you do to maximize your trading day? For really the most part is reading in the morning, kind of see where everything is going. I have multiple news outlets that I use. I use FinViz, I use CNBC, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal. So I'm always reading, always trying to take a look, and kind of looking for that edge in the news, trying to keep an eye on different things. But pre-market, guys, does not tell you the whole story. Remember, all the liquidity comes in at 9:30. So again, beforehand, that's very light volume, light liquidity. So again, when all the money comes in at 9:30 at cash open, that's when it really tells the sign for the most part. I bought BTBT call during the dip. Any thoughts? I don't know what BTBT is, Bit Digital, so I don't know much about them. But looking at the chart, there's not much going on there. Again, there's a little bit of a spike from August. It's above the 200-day, but I don't know the strike that you're looking for exactly, if there was any volume. Are you expecting better than initial jobless numbers with unemployment benefits expiring? Yeah, I think that we've kind of already got to the point where unemployment is starting to sink a little more and more and more. Obviously, STIMI is ending and unemployment benefits are ending. We had a weak non-farm payroll report. What really was weak about that report I was reading was the leisure sector. So again, the Delta variant is really hurting the travel sector. But again, once this kind of subsides, again, guys, I don't think we're going to get back to normal. I think we've gotten better from last year, but back to normal where, you're not really worrying about this stuff anymore, will probably be around 2023. I expected Q4 and Q3 this year to really show a lot of travel, which we've gotten. I mean, I've traveled myself. So again, a lot of people are trying to get back to normal, but really, I kind of equate it to like 9/11 in a sense, where 9/11 we were really just really tense as a nation, and we had to take off our shoes at the airport. The lines at TSA were very long. Everyone was really on edge. It really took about a good 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years, for everyone to kind of get back to normal where we weren't as scared, where we weren't as freaking out. That's really what kind of changed in that aspect. And I think in time, the United States is very resilient. The American population is very resilient. Things will get better. And that's why I really believe in this bull market, that we're still in the infancy stages of the bull market, because we're still not back to normal yet. But we will. That I know for a fact. Thoughts on Alibaba? I think Alibaba is a great company long term. I own shares. It's very hard to trade this tape, to completely honest with you. I would say 180 break would be your best bet to wait for. I would not touch anything beforehand. I would just wait, but it's up pre-market. Thoughts on BA? Oh, and you're welcome, Greg. BA, let's see it. BA had some headlines as well. They're down pre-market at 216. Support levels right around 215-ish, 214-ish. There is a slight gap to fill on the downside here on the hourly, right around 213. I wouldn't be surprised if we filled that and then maybe just bounce. Boeing, again, they're very sensitive to their headlines, obviously with the Dreamliner, the 737 MAX, or is it the 737 MAX? There you go. And but again, with Boeing, it's a tough one to trade here. I'd wait for it. If it does break below 212, then it's worth a put. If it breaks above 220 or 222, that may be an opportunity to look at maybe some 225 to 226s. Solana is an altcoin. I don't know much about it in regards to crypto. Again, I only stick to the ones I have for the most part, but I'd have to take a look at it for you. I don't know much about it. I don't want to sound ignorant and try to pretend like I know what the hell Solana is, because I really don't. Looking at financials today, TNX up. Yep, absolutely. Let's take a look at financials. JPM pre-market is up slightly, nothing crazy. Goldman Sachs has been absolutely on fire. It's the best performer in the Dow. But again, nothing is standing out to me right now. If we take a look at TNX, again, there's a gap up. There's a resistance level of 1379. If that does break, I would take a look at some financials. But until then, I would just wait. Remember, it's a Tuesday after the holiday. I'm not seeing tons of movement. So again, futures are very flat right now. So again, I would kind of sit on your hands and just wait and see what happens. What is your level to add on ETH? On Ethereum, again, the only level that I would want to buy at Ethereum is if it gets below 2,000. Because I expect it to boost so much, I don't think we're going to get there. So again, anything below 2,000, I would add. But for the most part, adding here, not really needed for me, because at 10,000, I'm selling anyways. So again, I'm not really worried about crypto at this moment. But again, below 2,000, yeah. Expecting some sideways action for S&P this month? Yeah, that's usually seasonality-wise. That's what happens. September and October being the weakest months. We hit a new all-time high, I believe Thursday of last week, and Friday I think we hit Nasdaq all-time high. So we're not really following in any kind of analog from history before. Remember, this is a different market. We're almost a year out from the pandemic economy shutdown in a sense. We're a post-election year. So again, it's a different analog than everyone can compare it to 87 or 29 or 55 or 97. It's different, and it's tough to kind of keep that analog in check with the market. So I would just take it day by day. I know everyone wants the world to end and we all want to dip. I get it, but it's really just a day-to-day market. I don't see to the point of frothiness where everyone is like extremely greedy. I think there's still that level of anticipation that we're going to have a really nasty correction. I think at worst we'll get a 5% dip. But remember, November and December are the strongest months seasonally wise. So let's see what we get there. Whatever happens, just prepare yourself, put your levels, and you'll be fine. And what stocks do you DCA? SPY-G. SPY-G is my favorite. It's an ETF, SPY-G. SoFi, let's take a look at SoFi. SoFi is a favorite among a lot of traders I've seen. If you believe in the company long term, go for it. I'm all for it. I think below $12 is worth buying, but there's a gap to fill on the daily right around 1678. So if you want to swing it, you can, but I'd wait for a little bit of a break of 1550, 1575, and then you can target that gap fill of, which is it again? 1676. That's what I'd wait for. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. YouTube Premium, I'm going to see you guys in a couple of minutes. We'll do another live session. We didn't have the best week last week. After the week before, we had an undefeated week. So again, last week we only had one trade that didn't work out, which really sucked. But let's get back to it. I'm feeling a lot better. Obviously, still a little congested, but let's get back to it. Let's make this week a better one and go from there. So YouTube Premium, I'll see you in a couple minutes. We'll catch you guys in a bit. And for the rest of my morning note, guys, we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining me. We're only, 2 days away from NFL season. I cannot wait. My Cowboys play the Bucks. I know we're probably going to get crushed, but I'm a huge Cowboys fan. And finally, club soccer is back on Saturday. Manchester United plays Newcastle. Ronaldo's going to play on Saturday. Finally, no more international break for a while. We got club soccer back. So a lot of sports coming up. I'm super excited. So enjoy yourselves. We'll catch you guys in a bit.